So this is known as the Black Lives Matter symbol. It is sourced from Wikimedia. I want you to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. A young African individual struggling to get the right to education and the right to mental health. The movement for Black Lives calls for reform for both of these issues. They even run campaigns. If there's not a campaign in your area, you can even organize your own. And they have such a high success rate because they are actually being heard on these issues. So the first topic that I'll be talking about is the right to reform for an education, and all this information is sourced from Racial Ideology and Inequality in 3 Historical Episodes by Rory J. L. and Darby D. 2016. So interestingly enough, this actually dates back to the Dred Scott versus Stanford case. In 1857, this case basically explicitly stated that African individuals weren't considered citizens, nor had they ever been considered citizens. And this was reversed during the Civil War. Thankfully, however, the ideology still persisted. This brings us into the American Revolution of 1776. Although slavery was practiced during this time, many slaves were freed and had the right to education. However, it came with a price. They were offered jobs, and the jobs overworked them so much that they couldn't get an education. So slavery was not over, it was just simply displaced in a different way. Although this still exists today, it's actually getting better, as you can see by the U.S. Census Bureau. You can see that it's on the rise. The second thing I'll be addressing today is mental health. So it's actually been found that African kids and adolescents have a higher level of depression. It's more so boys and girls, however, it still exists with both boys and girls. So some things contributing to this are the lack of cohesiveness in families, the poverty levels, and living in violent neighborhoods, having to move multiple times, stuff like that. So this information is sourced from the African American Child and Development and Challenges by Harris Y.R. and Graham J.A. 2014. However, it has been found that restrictive parenting is associated with low levels of anxiety and depression, and this image is sourced from mentalhealthamerica.net, and it puts it into perspective that 6.8 million people, so that's more of Chicago, Houston, and Philadelphia combined, did not receive the access to proper mental health services. If there's anything that I hope you can take away from this presentation, it's that I hope that you are inspired to research more, and as always, Black Lives Matter.